Are we recording? Are we?
Apparently we were recording.
Okay.
We had a little bit of a hiccup. You guys, what's new? I feel like every time we're like, we had some technical difficulties.
I mean, that's just our life
I
at
think
this
it's just
point.
called being a podcaster.
Yeah.
It is not easy, you guys. The equipment it's a lot.
It's a little fickle.
It's fickle. And then
Fickle.
when we take things like out to the markets or do whatever, we undo everything that we have set up
Yeah.
and then getting it reset up. But anyways, the beginning of this episode, we had thought we had recorded and then we went to edit and discovered no, it's gone.
No.
So we're re-recording. We
Just
actually
the beginning.
just
And
the
then
beginning.
you'll hear maybe a little difference and we'll go into our initial recording.
Yeah, but we had a great time. I mean, we got Taco Bell last time.
Yeah.
It was delightful.
This is a watch party, y'all.
Oh yeah.
This is a watch party.
This is a watch party. So where we watch a documentary and we tell you about it, and then you should go watch it because we already know what happens in this one because we've watched it, but we just are going to watch the beginning so we can retell
Talk to
it.
you about it.
Yeah.
And this is a cursed man is the documentary. And it's really good.
It is really good.
It's really good. I mean, we don't know that yet.
I mean, yeah, we have no idea. The good news is that I got a joke this week that when it came on my TikTok, I was like, oh my God, I have to tell this joke.
And then you showed my husband.
And I showed your husband. He snickered and I was like, tee. And so I'll explain at the end what it means for those of you who do not know this term that is in it.
Does it have something to do with soaking?
Shut the fuck up. You're ruining my joke. What do Mormons and pickles have in common?
A good soak.
They both enjoy a bit of soaking. For those of you who don't know, in Mormonism, they're not allowed to have sex before marriage. So soaking is where
You just can't move.
he gets it in, but there's no movement.
There's no thrusting. if you
No,
will.
but sometimes they'll have their friends jump on the bed to make the thrusting happen.
To be fair, this is a Utah Mormon thing because I never heard of it.
Yeah, well, it's like a BYU kind of thing,
Yeah.
like a Mormon, like college, whatever. Anyways, wild. I mean, also like
Different world.
if that is what makes you happy,
Does that float your boat?
you go. Not my thing personally. I'm out, but
It's really the third party involved. Makes me not want to. What's that face for?
because I can't remember. Did I tell?
She's making a face.
I know. I just
You
can't remember
guys.
what joke.
Not a visual medium.
I think I don't have nothing. It just was a your mom joke, but I can't remember if this was the one that I told on air with Nikki or not.
Yeah, it was. You told
How
me
do you
your
know?
mom
I have
jokes
so
because I
many.
remember her saying, "Well, not your mom, Nikki."
No, I know. There's another one though.
Oh, well, do it.
All right,
Why not?
because I don't think it was this one.
This is our podcast. We
It's-
make the rules.
When I open my jokes app, I'll add jokes that people tell me like random times, and a lot of times it's when we're drinking. So then all of a sudden I'll have all these jokes, and I'll be like, "What is that?" So what's the difference between $1 and a pound? I didn't dollar your mom last night.
Oh, I don't think you told that one. Oh my.
I don't even know where that came
I
from.
don't even know. Usually I'm with you when I'm going to write that down. And I don't know.
No idea
this
where that
one.
came from. Nope, that was obviously a drinking one from somewhere. I have no idea. Anyways, you guys.
Fantastic. Well, hello and welcome to Lunatic Soup, the podcast where we go into all things wild, weird, and unknown. We're your host, Meg.
And I'm Reyna, ready to brew up some lunatic soup.
Let's go.
All right, Megan, would you like to?
Apparently, I have to do this one on air.
So we're doing a short just opening right now, but we need. I made some special balls for Meg.
She did.
She needed some balls in and around her mouth.
To be fair, I haven't had any of your special balls in a long
If-
time, and you were making some, and I happened to look at TikTok, which I never do, and I saw this one, and I texted you that I needed one.
Yeah, so if you do not know what my special balls are, if you're new here, I make these things called cocktail pods, which are basically like a ball of liquid shot on the inside with a little gelatin membrane on the outside. It explodes in your
To be
mouth.
fair, it's not as much alcohol as a shot.
No, but I like to say inappropriate ball jokes because if you know
Do
me,
you?
not at all. I'm not inappropriate at all. Anyway, so right now she's about to eat an old fashioned one, which let me tell you, I almost died when I ate it. I do not do bourbon. It was fucking horrific.
It smells very orangey. Ready?
It smells orangey. Shouldn't.
That smells orangey.
Well, eat it. I don't know. Why would it smell
Or
orangey?
cinnamony?
Oh, it's probably cinnamony because that was what was there. I had the
Cinnamony.
I had the cider in that.
Oh.
in the
Well, now I'm going to
container.
get all sorts of flavors.
Well, no. Well, maybe. I mean, it can't be bad.
Here we go.
Balls up, bottoms up. Ew! I gagged so hard when I
Really?
did that. I had to have a Cheeto as a chaser.
That's good.
That's fucking horrible. Anyways,
I'm sorry.
the real balls that I made though for this, I made some angry horror balls. So for those of you who don't know, that is
This is our signature. This is our signature cocktail. I said she's not allowed to edit this part, so that's probably just staying in.
It's staying in. It is literally a hard cider with Fireball in it.
Yes.
With
how can you go wrong?
What's in it?
Fireball.
Anyways, so I've put it in an ISI container and recharged it with
I don't know
carbonation.
anything about this. I saw you have this on the Tickety Talk, but I don't get it. That's
just
for
basically
whipped cream, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's a soda charger on it, and it puts bubbles back in. It re-puts bubbles.
That's
but
why
I'm not
you
gonna lie.
asked
You're
me
supposed.
if I had an Airstream.
Yeah, we're supposed.
Airstream?
Yeah, and
I wish I had one of those.
Soda stream, but close enough.
Mm-hmm.
But you're supposed to leave it for an hour, and I think it's only been like 20 minutes, but
It'll be fine.
it's better than nothing. So
It'll be fine.
I'm gonna pour the balls between our cups. So hold.
Also, we are all in our cozies right now because we decided to bring the girls to the lake this morning, and I might need to help her, you guys. I don't know. She can't open the bottle.
Shut it.
Her
I'm strong. I swear.
Would you like me to? I'm gonna get it. Just give me the bottle.
No, you're gonna get it right away. I hate you. She's so.
Oh, maybe not.
Okay, good. I really got it on there good.
You really did.
You might have maybe relieve some pressure from it and see if that helps. Press that down. Does that not do anything? Oh, sorry, fat cat.
What did you do to this?
No, I put it on tight. Okay, makes me feel. Oh, yeah, I think it was pressure. It was
pressurized, you guys. She's fine. She's got strength. But yeah, we went to the lake this morning. It's been so hot here. Oh, it's like smoking.
Smoking gun.
And so we decided we're going to take the kids to the lake before school starts. And it's like 70 degrees and overcast. Which, fine. We still had a great time. But then we came home and got our respective houses all taken care of and gotten our cozy clothes.
In our cups.
Oh, there's balls in there.
Yes, we have balls. We have balls of angry horror inside of a chider, which a chider is the Schilling's chai cider,
which is my arguably
your favorite.
That's the one.
Mm-hmm. But the thing is that I haven't allowed us to drink it until now because it's almost false now. September 1st, we're close. Yep.
I did tell
hand.
Allie from Incline Cider that we need to go to Fierce County Cider to get the Guardians of the Galaxy because that's my favorite pumpkin one.
I agree. All right. Cheers.
Cheers. My ball was bigger than yours.
But do you see how it recarbonates it?
That's amazing.
Isn't that fun?
Oh, I love that.
Isn't that good?
Oh, I haven't had an angry horror in so long.
You haven't made a horror angry?
I haven't, apparently.
You made me mad the other day.
Did I?
No. But I was just calling myself a whore.
Oh.
You get it?
I get it.
Oh. And it recarbonated. That cider's been sitting in my fridge overnight.
That is fantastic. I think I have a broken pod in mine.
Oh, yours, one died. R.I.P.
One died. R.I.P.
Okay, well, don't eat that.
It's just the shell.
All right. You guys.
The shell of what he was.
It is. All right, we're going to get going. So this is the
Cursed Man.
A Cursed Man. And
by Second Shot Films.
Mm-hmm. So we're going to get the show underway and we're going to let you know what's going on as it goes.
So basically it opens and our main player here, Liam, is it DeGuio?
I don't think you should ask me a question like that.
Something like that. He is a documentary filmmaker and he said he's always had curiosity.
He's from Australia, isn't he? Is that where he's
England?
from? England? I can't remember.
Somewhere. He's got a nice accent.
Yeah.
We'll say that.
Yeah.
And he is curious about getting cursed. And then he goes into when he moved here, he had 2 suitcases with him, one with clothes and one with memories. And he's opening the memory suitcase and it has a book from his family called The Unexplained Mysteries of the Mind, Science, and Space and Time. Basically saying that him and his family have been interested in like the paranormal their whole lives.
Yeah.
So,
and yeah, he lives with a wife and his 2 cats.
And his 2 cats.
And he's in LA.
And he's
and
in LA.
That I don't know if that's important, but it is also.
It just kind of, I think it gives us a starting point of where we go.
Yep. But he also opens an Etsy page, and which is funny because it's such a big thing right now to hire Etsy witches for spells. And so he's like on there.
Curses.
But they'll curse you on there.
I did see that there was one Asmodeus, it said, and that's what I just named the giant skeleton that's about to go up in my arm.
What is
my
Asmodeus?
Yard. It's the king of demons.
Oh, fun. Like it. Fits you well.
Oh, thank you.
So this starts, he goes to our favorite people.
Freaking love them so much.
They are the mother and father witch.
Yes, Carrie Wolf and Griffin, it's CED, said, maybe. That's his last name.
I think he's the one who's Australian. I remembered someone was Australian. I'm pretty sure it's him. Anyways.
Yeah, they're mother and father witch of the Green Man, and I went and followed them on Instagram because I'm so fascinated.
I mean,
with them.
they seem like fun, but he goes to them and he's like, I want to be cursed. And they're like, why? Like, what's wrong with you?
They laughed and literally said, we could curse you with stupidity, but it seems like you've already got that down.
Yeah. And then they're like, why do you want, of all the kinds of magic you want to see the curse? Like, it doesn't make sense. And he's like, I think it's the one that is the most powerful or the most, like, he thinks it's going to prove something if it can prove that he gets cursed.
Right. He says it's the strongest way to experience magic because he feels like magic is only in the mind of the believer.
Which is wild to have that book that he has.
Right.
And think that. But.
Right.
I digress.
Yeah. And they say basically what a curse is, which I didn't catch this the first time, but he says a curse is a spirit that will stalk you and find ways to disrupt your life.
Wow. I didn't catch that the first time either.
Yeah. I thought that was.
But that makes sense. You're just literally sticking a spirit onto them.
Yeah. Like forming an attachment. That's what a curse is an attachment.
Yeah, an attachment. Which evil attachment or like a yucky attachment.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So he asks for a spell to help him be open to encounter a spirit, and they say yes, and they do a witch's ladder, which is like knots, and each knot is a different like thing.
Yep.
So
and they throw it in the fire.
And now
Father Witch
is talking, and he's fantastic.
He looks kind of like Santa Claus-ish.
He does.
But he wears like an open shirt, and he's got like these big gauge earrings, and he's got a nose piercing, but he's obviously like, I would say he's in his late 60s, early 70s. He's an older dude.
He's awesome.
But he's amazing.
I want to be friends.
Yeah, he seems like a good time.
Father Witch, let's be friends.
Let's hang out.
All right.
So he just said something that is so freaking interesting. He said that basically witchcraft is your connection to like the spirit world, the soul world, whatever. You can be
whether that's like God or
whatever you want it
divine.
To be. The only difference between their relationship with this and that of like an organized religion is an organized religion goes through like a priest to
like the priesthood.
Yeah, to connect, and they just go directly.
And we go directly.
Which I love. I was like, holy. And if you have listened to us for a while, you know that we do not have anything against, like, if you are an organized religion and that is what you decide to do, you do you. It's, I think, what the organized religion has against everybody else, and that it's the only way. And I think anyway, as long as it's what feels right to you, and them saying that just like to me solidifies that. It means that you're finding it in yourself you don't need this organization for it.
I love this guy.
Me too. And it just was like, it was a very like, I don't know, it gave me the warm fuzzies inside.
Poignant moment.
All right. So this guy goes to New Orleans first, which is kind of my favorite because like, if you want to get fucked up, where are you going to go?
New Orleans. Like if you're in the United States,
you want to go to a voodoo priest or priestess,
you're going to go to New Orleans.
And that's exactly what he did. And he sits down with a voodoo priest, and the priest first of all has a doll that has all these nails in it, like a statue,
very reminiscent
of the unbinding. And he sits down near it, Liam, the guy doing the documentary, and the priest is like, I don't sit there. This thing has done a lot of work for me, done a lot of this, done a lot of that, blah, blah, blah. It then goes into, like, he sits down and he tells the priest, he's like, okay, I want to be cursed. I want to, like, have something come over me. And it offends the priest. And he's like, as a black man in America, I spend my life being cursed.
Searching for the good things.
Yes. And so we're kind of in the middle of that situation. While that happened, we had a dog run through and knock down Meg's glass of wine, and all of our things we had to pause anyways. So that's where we're at.
Yeah, but it didn't hit any equipment, so we're good.
Thank God for that, because it could have been, it just spilled a very beautiful glass of wine.
It did.
That's the problem.
Which is devastating
it is
in and of itself.
Beyond devastating.
But we're good.
We are alive. All right.
Whoa.
He just said, banging the devil to knock on your door just to prove that God's real. Damn. Y'all better not call me talking about 2:00 in the morning, tell me this man's dead, is what the priest just said. So he's like, why are you doing this?
So it seems like the voodoo priest was not willing to help him become cursed. Okay, that was interesting.
Yeah.
Um,
I loved that part personally.
So basically, what Liam, right?
Mhm.
What Liam did was he contacted an Apollo 14 astronaut who is studying at the Institute of Noetic Sciences, and he's testing the idea that we are basically all connected and going back as far as humanity applying tools of science to understand what the ancients already knew about the connectedness of the human subconscious. And he was asking this astronaut about the force of will magic, basically intention affecting the world. And they have studied that. And he does mind matter interactions in a lab to simulate this. Does your mind, can your mind affect outcomes? And the answer was yes. And in the largest studies, it involves physical systems to have people will things to happen in a computer lab, and that works. They found out in the real world, spells, affirmations, things like that, it doesn't work the same speed as it does in a lab, but there is still evidence that it does work.
Yeah, they brought up 9/11 as one of the things where they were measuring. What was it? Did you write down?
Basically, what they were doing was if people think of a 1 or a 0 in a computer system, would events make that more or less than a 50-50 split? And they said during 9/11 that did happen, that it created this computer to go one way as opposed to a 50-50 split.
So it's just like proving the power of the human mind.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
And so he asked, is spellcrafting doing this? And science discovered human minds can affect computers, and that unified field of human consciousness can affect the world around them, just on a more subtle scale. And he asked if this could affect if a human could be affected by a curse. And he said, yes, if you will it or allow it, because your subconscious is believing it, so it could actually happen. It was very interesting.
It was
very interesting. So then Liam goes back to he's still in New Orleans, and he finds a practitioner of dark magic. His name is Elias, and he's a practitioner of hoodoo and witchcraft. And he said, you can call him a priest, you can call him a witch, you can call him whatever you want. And now he's moving on to this practitioner to see if he is willing to put a curse on him.
Interesting.
Freaking love this documentary.
Yeah, you guys, this is so good.
Fascinating.
I will say one of the things I just said to Meg was like the cinematography. If you appreciate a documentary with great cinematography, they are, whoever is filming this, or if he is the one in charge of the camera angles of the things, like it's really good, like phenomenal. All right, go with your notes.
Oh man,
so many notes.
So he goes to this person who was the witch, the practitioner of hoodoo, all of that stuff, and he asks him why a curse, and he says, because I want to push the boundaries of my own experience and have my own experience in life.
Liam is saying this.
So he says, is this possible? And he says, in exchange for more knowledge of esoteric knowledge, you have to be willing to put yourself in danger to receive it. He says, okay. And then the hoodoo practitioner says, that is stupid but brave.
And laughs slightly maniacally.
Oh, he laughs this whole time.
He does. He like
fantastic.
Giggles, and it's actually kind of terrifying, in my opinion.
So the practitioner uses tarot to speak to spirit to ask if what will be done will affect Liam. And the cards say that Liam has a positive life, and this will cause damage to that, but he will get the answers that he is looking for. He is opening a door down a negative path, and he will find what he is looking for.
Which is the second time that's been said.
Mm-hmm. So Liam asks this practitioner, will you do it? And he goes, he will. He will curse him, but purely for entertainment to see what happens.
Yeah.
So the practitioner, Elias, proceeds with the curse. He ties his hair to a coffin nail. He does all this stuff, this ritualistic stuff
this demonic oil that's from necromancy in
African
Africa.
necromancy. And he says it'll slow down his accomplishment. It'll take away people that could help him. And Elias is laughing.
Giggling.
The
Yeah.
whole time.
Yeah. He's like, this is going to be fun.
He's entertained at this point because, you have to understand these practitioners are all about heal me, help me.
Right. They're usually there for people trying to get rid of a curse or
Yes.
whatever. And he's getting to literally
do one,
which he as people don't fuck with magic unless they want the effects that are back,
Right.
like in dark magic is something you really have to know what you're doing if you're fucking with it,
right?
And I feel like these people fully understand the what will happen to you if you do it. And he's like, well, this guy's asking for it. I'm not cursing him from my own accord. This is his decision,
right? And he kept saying that to Spirit too.
He did, yeah. This is his decision. It's his decision. I'm not doing this. It's his. I mean, he's doing it, but it's not.
But he's saying Liam is asking for this.
Yeah.
And so he completes the curse. He puts everything in a little satchel, puts it around Liam's neck. Liam goes, this feels heavier than I expected. He goes, it's going to be heavier as time goes on. And then we cut back to the father of witches from the CED.
Mm-hmm.
And it seems like he's going to be kind of a narrator.
Which I love.
I think he's
from
fantastic.
the beginning, I really liked him. Yeah.
Yeah. And he's just like talking about how there's a point where whether you believe in something or not, your energy field around you is going to change and you're going to feel the effects.
Yep. He also said that if you are a weak-minded person, that you are more easily brought down a negative path and affected by negative things.
Which I think we knew that.
We did, but that just was also like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Fun to hear. Anyways.
This is fantastic.
Fantastic. So the original voodoo man who refused to do magic on him, the priest, basically was telling a story about how someone broke into his house and stole a bunch of things off of his altar. Like some of it is alcohol, which we saw with that other guy just then. He spit vodka all over.
Right. And he said it was expensive alcohol.
Yeah, and a bunch of stuff. And he basically went out and did a thing and said tell them that they need to bring it back.
Yeah, so the voodoo priest called all of the priests that he knew in town and said, I can't protect him from what he's done. He needs to bring this stuff back. I am not cursing him. I am not doing anything of my accord or my will, but he needs to bring it back. And then what happens?
He said, and then a week later, he was dead.
Yeah.
So, damn. Don't go stealing things out of a voodoo priest's house. Just word to the wise.
Okay, this got me emotional. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
So don't play with dark magic, guys.
He only has had one curse put on him, and it's already fucking with him.
So he went to a parapsychologist, researcher, and asked how he could be affected by dark magic. This guy, his name was John G. Cruth, and he grew up with all sorts of energy. His mom was a healer. This was a normalcy for him in his life.
Mm-hmm.
And he decided to grow up to become a parapsychologist who studies 5 different things: telepathy, clairvoyance, and precognition, which are all fall under the ESP umbrella, and then psychokinesis and survival studies like near-death experience, that sort of thing. And they're trying to research what the mechanisms behind healing is. This is all in the psychology realm, the mind realm, right? And so he goes, you can measure energies, you can measure light. And so what we do is we measure these energies or light when people are at a baseline, and then when they're doing either meditation or he said karate.
Yep.
Or something, which I thought that was interesting.
Well, it is, but I also know that I've known people who have done karate, and it's a lot of mental.
It's a lot of
mental.
Mm-hmm. And so he's like, this is how people heal. And so Liam asks, what if people want to curse themselves? And at first, John didn't understand.
Why would you do that?
Why are you doing that? People don't want that. They want the opposite. And so he talks to him, and John goes, okay, well, do you need help? I'm serious. Do you need help?
Are you okay?
Yeah. And then it kind of cut to Liam and saying weeks after Elias cursed him, he started having these dreams, and he's talking to a parapsychologist and sees if the parapsychologist can help him know the dangers. And I'm like, what the fuck now? You want to know the dangers?
Right. That should have been your first stop, for the record.
Yeah. So he isn't wearing his talisman, and he said,
He took it off.
Yeah, and he's like, well, we can have the same with the same effects without wearing the talisman. And he tells this parapsychologist that his dreams have turned violent and sinister. He's dreaming about being held captive, and something was going to
Harm his cat.
Yeah, something was going to torture his cat, and the only way that he could stop this was to put his cat to sleep.
Which is
That is
jarring as
fucked up.
fuck.
Which makes me wonder, like, does a curse have to be physical? Or can it be psychological? Because honestly, anybody who has dealt
1000%.
with mental health knows that obviously physical things are horrible.
But
you
mental health can really fuck you up even more.
You can be completely tortured by the psychological, the mental health of
Dreaming about something that you love more than life itself, which not everyone understands a love for a pet, but it is there. We know.
Yeah.
And dreaming about it being tortured, and the only way you can save it is by putting it to sleep, by you killing it, is very fucked up.
Yeah.
Extremely fucked up.
Yeah. So she starts talking to him about bypassing the rational mind and how, the psychological impacts can be just as damning, basically, as the physical impacts. And then he goes, I'm not convinced yet. Meanwhile, let me tell you, he's in tears on this couch talking about these dreams he's having.
Yeah, he's unwell, and he's saying, I'm not convinced yet he's having tears about thinking about what could happen to his cats.
Yes, and now he is flying.
Which we would too.
Well, yeah, he is flying to what is called the land of black magic.
Which is...
So that's cool.
Apparently the village of Mayong, which I don't know what country it's in yet, but that's as far as we got.
We'll be back.
Shall be back.
Mayong is in India, and Mayong has a history of witchcraft and human sacrifice. I don't even know where to start.
Yeah.
So now we're in India.
Yep.
And which is said to be the epicenter of black magic.
Yep.
And black magic is banned.
Like the guy
India.
was like, you are not going to find, it's going to be very hard for you to find anyone willing.
He's talking to a fellow journalist in India.
Yes.
That's who he's talking to. And then they come across the, I believe it's called the Tara Baba, which weaves together the physical and supernatural world. And it's called Tantra magic. And he asks to seek out dark magic, and the Tara Baba says, well, I can remove dark magic. He's like, no, I want to seek out dark magic. And again, I'm confused.
People are constantly confused by his requests, because again, in spirituality, you are not typically seeking out to be cursed. You just want to be uncursed. You want the positivity of these things, not the negativity.
Right. And they talk about how, evil spirit or belief in the power of suggestion, like what's the difference between the two, which is very interesting, like which one is more powerful than the other. But then they talk to some guides in India, and they talk about black and white magic ritual, and they found one group that was willing to perform the dark magic ritual, but it had to be out in the jungle because it's illegal, right? They could get in trouble for doing it in the cities. And the guide is like, don't do this. I cannot help you. There could be a ritual where you end up getting your head chopped off because the goddess says to do it. And then all of us are dead, and I can't stop this.
Yeah.
Like physical danger. So the guide is warning against it. And there could be weapons at this ritual. There could be wild animals in the jungle. The ceremony is only done at night. You don't know the physical things you're walking into, but then the metaphysical things you're walking into, the spiritual things. What demons or deities are you going to come across? And Liam goes, nah, it's the final days in India. Let's go for it.
Let's fuck around and find out.
Let's go for it. So he's walking through the jungle, and as he's walking, like, the jungle's on fire.
Literally on fire. And they're like lighting it on fire and being like, he's saying it's going to burn out, so I guess it's fine.
But he has no way to escape.
No.
If the jungle behind him is on fire.
They're burning it as they're walking.
So they're in a cave. It looked like a cave.
Yeah, it definitely looked like a cave.
And the guide is like, anything could happen. Let's go find out. Like, they kept calling it the mom or the mother.
Yes.
Could show up. Let's see what happens. So they're in this cave. The practitioner starts the ritual. Says to Liam, "How do you feel?" And Liam goes, "I feel good. I feel relaxed." And he goes, "Cool. That's the mother energy giving you a little bit of relief before the show starts."
Yes.
Basically,
she's going to come fuck you up, but
Yep.
she's just making you feel good and strong. And then she's about to come in and be like, "Wapacha."
Exactly.
Is essentially what the guy said, but in a different language.
Uh-huh.
All right. And now he's back sitting with his girlfriend again in LA.
Right, but I think this is a flashback
And
or a
he's
flash
talking
forward
about
or a flash sideways.
a
One of
climbing
them.
accident that he had.
Oh, he's talking about, a bad memory that came up.
Yeah.
And he had a climbing accident, apparently, that was very traumatic.
And now he's headed to Mexico.
Okay, so he talks about his near-death experience. He was rock climbing. He didn't put enough hooks in the mountain. He knew if he fell, he would probably die.
Mm-hmm.
And his foot was stuck. And if he pulled his foot out, your hands would release, right? That's just kind of physics, how that would work. So he pulled his foot out, his hands released, and he started to fall. And at first he was terrified and he covered his eyes because he didn't want to see himself die. And then all of a sudden he was at peace. And he felt this incredible peace.
Yeah, he said bliss. It was like
Bliss,
this blissful
yeah.
moment. Yeah.
And he's like, I think that was his way of saying, I need to know more,
Yeah.
you know?
It was like a near-death experience.
It was a near, it was a near-death
It wasn't
experience.
like one of those where you like die and you see the other side near that death experience. It was like he almost died, right?
Yeah, he almost died. He thought he was going to die, and he felt, instead of fear, he felt bliss.
Peace. Yeah.
And so he wants to experience the darkness because it proves that there is a light.
Which
I
makes more
loved that.
sense.
Like,
that makes more sense.
I think I identified with. And now he's headed to Mexico.
And this is where shit's getting bad.
And I had like a visceral reaction to this.
Yeah.
And anyway, this is supposed to be the Mecca for witchcraft. There's brujos and brujas, which we talked about a little bit about last week. And typically they are the bringers of positivity, but he wants a curse and have a physical experience through the power of dark magic. And he meets Brother Juan, who's a shaman, black priest, and witch. And he mixes Satanism and dark rituals with white magic.
Which is very rare.
Which is very strange.
You usually have white magic as like the positivity, it's like the typical magic that you hear about.
Right.
This guy also deals with Satan. He was saying that he was an alcoholic and Satan saved him from his alcoholism at like 17 and he's worshipped Satan ever since, but he also like does white magic. But he's also then a shaman, which is also like a
So I have
spiritual healer and
a couple of things. One, why did I have a visceral reaction when we moved to this sector? And I wonder if, even though I am not of this land,
and you just know how
I
powerful it
grew
is.
up in this land. And so maybe that has something where
What do
I'm
you mean you
like,
grew up in this land?
I grew up with on the land of native people. Mexicans are native people.
Yeah. Okay. I see what
Do
you're
you
saying.
see what I'm saying?
I was like, wait, but you didn't grow up in Mexico. Yes, I see what you're saying.
But Mexico, America's, I mean, what is a border than an imaginary line on a map? You know, like, so we grew up in this land. So maybe that's why I had that reaction, because this is the land we grew up in. So this stuff is real to us.
I mean,
more than it is
in
from
like India,
or
this is
other
more like
places.
local to where we are.
Correct.
Essentially. But this guy and what this specific man deals with to me is a bit more shocking, of like him to be dabbling in the satanic side along with white magic is, I feel like, something that is not normal at all.
The other thing is, he said Satan saved him.
Yeah.
Neither you and I believe Satan as in the father of darkness.
Right.
So
Just like, yeah.
I always thought of Satan as a scapegoat.
Yes, but I also believe that like anything manifests that a bunch of people believe in. And so I feel like the energy of Satan can still be like summoned, which is just like evil. Yeah.
Not a necessarily an
like,
actual person.
But just like I personally don't believe in God, but I believe in like a
Positivity,
godly,
love, and light.
well, a godly sense, or the universe is God, or there is
Or
some
source.
There is a higher power above us
Okay.
that dictates not dictates what's going on. I don't think that if I do something wrong, that person is going to send me to Satan or to hell. But I do believe that they play a part in what happens in everything on this earth.
Okay.
But I don't believe in it as like you're punished if you don't do a certain thing
No.
at all. Like it's not a person. At all. It's not a person that's sitting there being like, I am man and I am better than you, and you are just a woman who births children. Just like I don't believe that you
and
swear
birthing children takes no talent.
no talent
whatsoever.
No talent. Just like I don't believe that just because I say fuck,
At least
I'm
you're the
going
head
to
of
hell.
your household, and you're the one that gets to cast the vote.
I sure am. Until we move back to Australia.
Wait, you're not. You can't cast
Then we're equals again. I know that's offensive.
It is.
But although are we though?
I don't know.
That's a story for another day.
Yep.
Anywho.
Okay, so he literally just Brother Juan, is that what his name was? He literally just touched on what we just talked about.
Was insane. Yeah.
Like literally, this is so refreshing to hear because how many times have I said this? Like how I don't believe Satan was necessarily evil, but more of a scapegoat.
Right.
Thing.
Yeah.
And Liam asks, people think of Satan as evil, and he goes, well, I don't necessarily think he's evil. I think he's both parties. He can grant you everything you want, or he can crush you. Fascinating.
It was. That's why she was in the bathroom when I watched it. And I was like, wait, we're rewinding this. You need to, because she's like, take notes. And I was like, I got it. And I was like, too bad you got to hear what he just said, because it was, after that conversation was like, damn.
Wow.
Okay.
Now Liam's like, well, I still want to be cursed.
And Meg's like, he was already cursed. Why do you want to keep doing it? Which I agree. Like, be cursed once. Why do we got to go to everybody?
I think he wants to see what different cultures and different religions have to do with it. And if we're all are interconnected, because that's his thing. Is he looking for a curse, or is he looking for the interconnectedness of the world?
I think he could probably find interconnection without trying to kill himself personally.
I'm not worried about him. I'm worried about everybody around him.
I mean, that too. Worried about his cats.
Right? Or his beautiful wife. I have so many thoughts.
I do too. This is like one of my out of the box kind of thoughts that I have sometimes. That, so you know how like in witchcraft, like and with, people practice and work with different deities.
Yes.
Like
Nikki is a good example.
Nikki is a good example. She works with so many different deities.
And it's
like depends,
fascinating
like she's like
to me.
Persephone, Hecate.
Yes.
Like all of these different things. Couldn't Lucifer, Satan be a deity that someone works with? And like they all have different characteristics and different things.
Yes.
Like, is that not an option?
That's
and
a
maybe
really
that's a
good
part
thought.
of something that I don't fully understand, and that's like well known more.
Well, I think it is a part of something we don't fully understand.
Yeah, well, no, I know that, but I'm like,
we have a Judeo-Christian belief, or not belief, experience.
Right. Yeah, how we were raised.
Yes.
But I'm just more like looking at, because I've never worked with a deity. I've never done any of that. But just watching what's going on here, because they have a pentagram up with fire.
This is fascinating, to be honest.
It is very, like, it's definitely a big ritual, but I also know what happens on an altar when you're working with a certain deity in witchcraft. And in my head, I'm sitting here like, wait a second, why is this any different? And obviously, like,
why is it any different than
Satanism?
Mass? Why is it any different than a Sunday service?
I wasn't going there, Megan.
But it's the same
No,
thing.
I agree with you, because I mean, you're eating the body of Christ. Like, are you kidding me? Like, and then this is like
the same thing.
They're working with fire right now and herbs and like, I don't know. It's very interesting, but it was just all of a sudden I was like, but couldn't Satan himself, or Lucifer, or whatever you want to call him, be a deity that someone works with? Like this guy is saying, it doesn't have to be all bad, but like he can give you everything you want, but also just be prepared. He can take everything away. He
then
might be like a scariest deity to work with.
Yeah. But then that goes back to what we've been talking about for a long time now. Are demons, quote unquote demons, the originals of the earth? And what if you're working with that?
I still don't think that they're the original of the earth. I think they're a manifestation of human negativity is what I've decided. I think. I think they are something that we have manifested.
So then
as
demons
humanity,
and Satan are two different things.
Yeah. Oh, 1,000%. I don't believe they correlate with each other. I think
interesting. Okay.
I think that they do, because we connect them to each other.
Right.
But I think that
They weren't originally Satan or Lucifer or whomever.
They're both stem from something evil or like have evil properties, if you will.
I mean, Lucifer and Satan are actually two different beings. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah. Well, that's
Mephistopheles and
right.
all of that.
Yeah. So I guess it depends on like what you're exactly referring to. I just think that like demons themselves, like what that is, a demonic thing of whatever, comes from like inherent negativity. I also think that obviously like Satan or Lucifer is negativity, but I also think that because of how we view it as a society, it is this thing on its own where demons is like a plethora of things. Demons is like more of a. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
where
I see what you're saying.
This is like a one. It's like a one
specific
entity.
You know, I've told you when I was a little girl, I felt sorry for Satan.
Yeah, yeah, and I think that is. I mean, I felt sorry for him during the South Park episode when he was sitting in bed next to Trump.
I mean, if there's ever somebody that needs our sympathy and empathy in this world, it's that has to get in bed with Trump.
You guys. Anyways, that was my philosophical. My like stop just watching this. I just had this thought that I was like, but why is what
dogs entering?
Why is what he's doing is different than like when someone is like working with Hecate or working with that to an extent?
That is a really. I would like to talk to
Nikki about
that.
Yeah, I agree.
See what she has to say
because
about
I'm
that.
also not. I'm not saying that like Satan is not evil. I'm not saying that I am a worshiper of Satan. I don't think that Satan's not evil or doesn't do bad things. It just is something that like.
Or it's just a name.
I am open to all things. I think what it is, like what you said, a scapegoat. Yeah. And I am open to all things. I don't necessarily think something is like just because that's what we think is what it exactly is. Right. But also I think we manifest things, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, that's all. Okay.
Interesting. All right. So that when they went into Satan's butthole.
As Mr. Boo Boo called it.
The cave. Satan's cave.
It was down in a hole.
It's down in a hole. I'm sure it was hot.
It probably was. In Mexico, it was hot as shit.
Like how hot it's been here. Asshole. Like it's been freaking. I went outside today with my second child, and she goes, "Oh," and I'm like, "Yes, this is what Satan's butthole feels like."
That was like when I took my youngest to cheer practice, and I got outside on the fucking cement, and I was like, "Holy shit, it's hot out here."
Yeah,
it was not nice.
Anyway, so they're down, and he's praying to Satan. And it's not like anything nefarious. It's not, he's praying as though you would be praying to God.
Yeah.
So I think it's kind of trippy here because arose by any other word, right? Like,
yeah, right.
Like we're praying.
What we skipped, well, you can keep going with what you're saying.
Well, no, you're praying to something to give, he kept saying, my brother, referring to Liam, to give him what he is seeking.
So what we didn't touch on was that he was told that in this cursing situation, Liam has to choose his curse. So we didn't say that. Yeah. So he has to choose what he wants done.
Sorry, guys, it's like past 9 p.m. It's not bedtime.
Yeah, but so he has to choose what he wants done with him. So he wrote something out on a piece of paper that
it was blurred out.
Yeah, he wouldn't show what it was, but that was So he had to go in there with his own intention of what he wanted done, which I feel like of all of the things that has gone on is probably the most effective because you putting intention into something that is what all of like prayer, witchcraft, manifestation, call it what you want to call it. You are putting intention into something. You're putting intention into prayer. What is it? You're praying for someone for a reason. You are manifesting something for a reason. You put what you want done. You witchcraft, you're doing something for a reason. It's all the same thing.
Yeah.
And whether you like to say it or not, it is.
It is.
Anyways.
Yeah.
And so he's going in there with an intention. And I feel like you personally putting your own intention in something for you is so much bigger than somebody else doing
than
it.
Anything. Yeah. Yes. So, and out of everybody we've seen, this is the first instance where he's had to do that.
Yeah, where everything else has been other people doing it to him.
Right.
And he's had some things. This one is going to fuck him up, I feel like, because he wrote especially writing things down. If you know manifestation, if you know even witchcraft,
which
like
they've talked about
anything,
manifestation here, like
you
so
write
it's all the same thing.
Writing things down is
world.
so much more effective than it is just thinking it or saying it out loud. And he wrote it down.
Yeah.
He signed his name. He wrote it to Dear Lord Satan or Lord.
He did.
Wasn't it Lord Satan?
Yeah, he did.
So like he put it that.
Which I don't think that even matters. I don't think it matters who you address it to. Honestly.
Unless you believe in working with a deity. And if Satan is a deity.
Go back to your theory.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, it all depends on your beliefs. I don't know.
But
you
God
guys.
is a deity.
And I'll be honest.
Like,
yes. And God could be a deity to an extent. Yeah. But
so when everybody prays at night, they're doing the same thing.
I mean, well, we know, I know that, but also this is all like up to your own interpretations. Just as you're listening to us, just like working through this in our own brains of like, this crosses so many lines of things that we also don't have figure out.
I think
ourselves.
this is a good conversation.
I think
honestly.
it is too, but it's just kind of insane. Like this is just wild. Anyways.
All right. So then it goes 3 months later. We're back in California. We're back with his psychologist. And she's talking about the power of suggestion versus magic. Here we go. Okay, so he came back to California. He's talking to his therapist or his psychologist, and he's saying things have gotten bad. He had a bike accident where he hurt his knee. He goes back to the first hoodoo practitioner who cursed him.
Yeah,
and he said, "You will have issues like you will be smitten on your knee or something."
Yeah, he basically is like speaking. He's pulling tarot cards,
right?
And he's like. And from the knee is like what he says. And he's like speaking in like he's reading. He's not saying you're going to hurt your knee. He's saying like from the knee to this. But
it's like, it's like scripture almost.
Yes,
but
it was like
did
scripture.
Mention
That's exactly
the knee
it.
and your legs. And
yeah, he did. And he said it starts with the knee. Yeah. And then that happened. And then so obviously it freaks this guy out.
Freaks him out. He's having these horrible dreams. And then he goes back to the father witch and mother witch.
Yes. Who we love.
They're
them. Really fun. Really
and
nice.
he's like, this is what's happened. This is the pact I made with Satan. I bound it in blood.
And I wrote the letter.
Giggling. They're giggling. They're like, well, now you've done it.
They literally said this is not just like a temporary thing, like you did this for life is what they basically said.
Right. This is going to be really hard to unbind, especially since you bound it in blood and you asked for it. This is not a curse that somebody put on you.
Yep.
This is something that you
what I said earlier.
did.
He brought that intention onto himself.
Yes.
That's not the same thing as someone doing it onto you.
Right.
This is so much bigger than that.
Now there's dramatic music and he's walking into the woods shirtless.
Yeah, he kind of currently looks like, oh, God damn it. What's the goat man?
The goat man?
Goat man from Narnia.
Mr. Tumnus?
Yeah.
He does look like Mr. Tumnus. Oh, my goodness.
He's giving Mr. Tumnus.
He's giving Mr. Tumnus vibes.
That visual. But wait, they said something else in that thing. The father, mother, witch said something else to me that was super poignant, and I can't remember what it was. It's gonna kill me. It'll come to me. Hopefully,
it'll come to her.
It probably won't.
It'll come to her.
It probably won't.
Whew.
So he goes into the woods with father and mother witch.
Yes,
and
who I still love. But this was the most intense ritual of the whole thing.
By far. I know, not a lot. I mean, it was intense, you guys. This was intense, and is also a reason why I do not conform to any religion, belief system, whatever. As much as I believe in their, like, some of their things and what they do, also, like, this is not for me.
It's not for me.
It was intense as fuck. They did this huge ritual with him, with people, like, chanting, and I mean,
but then you said it to me at one point. How is this different than what they did in Satan's butthole?
No, that's what I'm saying. I still agree with that.
Right. It was the same thing.
It's the same thing.
But this was
during the day.
Yes.
White magic, not with fire. They were using water and air.
So
they did have a little bit of fire at one point in a cauldron.
But it's literally the opposite of what they did in Mexico.
Yeah. It was the opposite. And Mexico was at night with fire.
Mm-hmm. And this was
during the day
water
with air and water.
because they had to blow into a mirror to release the curse and then burn it.
Yeah. So it was, I mean, you guys, this is super interesting. Whether
This
you
is
are,
fascinating.
I think that this comes down to like, if you are interested in any kind of the metaphysical, whatever, like you don't need to be a believer in one thing or the other. Like this is just very cool. Like in my opinion, this is a very interesting documentary where you see so many different perspectives, rituals.
I think that's what's good about it is there's perspectives and they all relate.
And they all are doing the same thing.
They're all doing the same thing. It depends on,
I mean, it's all with their different intentions and their different belief systems, but it's all literally the same thing. They're using the elements. They're using their own words. They're using intention. They're working with their own deities. I'm just saying.
I think I'd get a little like uncomfortable when people were like grunting and chanting and stuff like that. I think like that's where I would get a little uncomfortable.
Not for me.
Yeah.
It can be for anybody else. It's just more like realizing
I'm not really a group sport type person.
Same.
All right, let's see what happens.
Unless we're getting naked and dancing in the moonlight, then I
absolutely
get my
not.
titties out.
Nope.
No, not for you.
Not for me.
I know, I'm joking. I don't know that I'm into it either. Sounds like a good time though. I think 5 weeks later,
talking with his wife,
he has been cleansed. Well,
damn it. Wow.
That was a good one.
That was a good one. That was a 10 out of 10 documentary. I mean, highly suggest you go watch it.
It just literally comes down to what, like, this is a big thing about, like, that they said it at the end, that you're, like, you create your own reality. Your
right.
brain,
and is that just wishful thinking or is that magic in and of itself?
Well, it's not wishful thinking. It's real. That's true. Like, it's scientifically proven that your
yeah,
mind
but that's what
reality.
he was saying. Like, is that wishful thinking or is that what the magic is?
Yeah, true. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. But it's, I mean, wild. I mean, it ends, I'm not going to lie. The cheesy ending is him sitting with his wife in front of the fire. And he's like, I've been waiting on these family cancer results. Right. And he gets an envelope and opens them. And in my head, I'm like, that's called opening a portal on your computer.
Yeah, but I actually didn't like that because that suggests that maybe having cancer is a part of something that you've done to yourself. And I don't agree with that at all.
Yeah, no.
Or having health issues or things like that.
Well, but it is part of manifestation or whatever, that it is not necessarily like there are things out of your control, but there's also free will. And that like you technically, I don't know that I believe this, but this is part of it is saying that you can, if you can get your mental brain to believe that it doesn't exist, it won't exist.
Okay.
The brain power.
I don't know how I feel about that right now.
The brain power to even believe that would be like when you've been diagnosed with something.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know how you would do that.
I don't know.
Anyways, that's just what I'm saying is
also
like,
Fat Cat and Poppy are throwing down right now.
No, yeah, Poppy's fucking up Fat Cat. Like, Fat Cat can't move quickly. She puts her in a headlock all the time. I have to say Fat Cat all the time. Fat Cat has the upper dominance right now. Anyways, but it is all come down to like your reality, what you're.
They're still going at it, man.
Story of my life all the time.
Oh, that was so good. That was
a great
so
documentary.
good. I think it has a lot to do with the like your own mental power. Obviously, it's all about your own mental power.
Which I love, and I think I talk about it probably more than you do, but I also.
But I loved how it showed both sides because it's always about positive thinking and manifestation and things like that.
About how like negativity and positivity can impact
but
the same way.
It's not just negativity. He literally went in search of it. It's not like can be part of your mental health. He went in search of it.
But also
how it impacted him.
And let's get to the root of it. Did anything bad actually happen to him?
No,
nothing bad actually happened.
He had bad
to him.
dreams.
Yeah,
could be a psychosis of sorts. Like some sort of psychological.
So take that with a grain of salt. Take everything you're saying with a grain of salt, because like, did he actually have anything bad happen? No.
Mm-hmm. No health issues. He had bad dreams and he had anxiety,
he hurt his knee, Meg.
Well,
he had stitches.
He also went mountain biking.
I will raise you.
And he said he hadn't been mountain biking
knee surgeries
in a long time.
And a kid with ADHD who face plants into marble tables and
knocks out her front
monkey
teeth.
bars. And it's all like, we're all bound to have an accident when you're doing things like, I mean, if he literally was walking down the street, had a ball roll in front of him, he tripped over the ball, he fell, landed on a glass bottle, cut his knee open, I'd be like, holy shit, that series is like a very random blah, blah. He was mountain biking and he fell off of it and got a cut in his knee that he had to have stitches. To me, is that something that like is like, oh, you cursed yourself? That was from that? No, and not at all. Like, to me, it had to be something that would be like a series of events that is so like
weird,
unpredictable.
Yeah,
not just like literal. You're mountain biking. Like my cousin went mountain biking with her fiance, and he took her down a really treacherous trail, and she fell and broke her arm. Like, this is a while ago.
She sold her soul to the devil.
That was it. She sold her soul to like, you know, it's like very, that to me was very like.
Yes, that aside, this was fascinating. This was interesting.
It was still a great documentary.
I really enjoyed seeing the various walks of life and the various, you know, everything all over the world was basically saying the same thing.
Yeah. And do I believe in like curses and that? I still do. I just don't know that I believe that like anything fully happened to him. I don't know.
It was all a mental thing.
It's all a mental thing, which maybe that's all it is.
Maybe.
I don't know, you guys. But when it coming down to it, did this prove that you can curse someone? I don't think so.
I don't think so either. But it was still a fascinating. I think we learned a lot from this.
No,
documentary.
1,000%. I think
I learned the most from Mother and Father Witch.
I agree, and I also think that we just learned a lot that like all of the rituals were so similar.
Light whether it's white or black magic, it's all the same.
Your intention.
Yes.
Which is insane. And I already knew that. And you already knew that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also wild to see it and like, well, damn, we knew that.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, that was a cursed man, you guys.
Well, shit.
Well, we never talked about what we were drinking tonight. We went with wine because we had Taco Bell.
Yeah, we did. I got a Baja Blast on the side. Meg lost a glass of wine due to a dog.
Mm-hmm. And I didn't want my soda, so I got a Mountain Dew for Boo Boo.
Good for you.
No, not a Mountain Dew, a Dr. Pepper. Which
Oh, what? You don't like Dr. Pepper?
Oh, I hate Dr. Pepper.
Oh, God, you're a freak.
Almost as much as root beer.
Something's wrong with you.
I hate root beer.
I love
Dr.
root
Pepper.
beer.
I think it's the most disgusting thing.
Go away. I can't even talk to you anymore. Well, you guys, thank you for tuning in. Definitely go and watch this. We rented this one on Amazon Prime. So if you want to, it was a great $6. Not gonna lie,
worth it. Really good. I think I put this one right up there with
The Unbinding.
Honestly,
I disagree. The Unbinding to me had a more realistic resolution, or a better resolution at the end.
Agreed, but at the end, it's all theatrics.
It's all theatrics, but I still feel like The Unbinding at the end was very like
there was more of a resolution.
There was more of a resolution and more reality to the resolution than like this. I don't feel like anything was fully brought to fruition, if that makes sense.
I think he was successful in getting cursed because he believed he was cursed.
Well, yeah, but that just shows the power of the human mind.
Yeah, 100%.
Anyways, but all right, you guys. Well, make sure you go and get yourself some lunatic soup.
And remember, in this crazy world,
it's good to be a lunatic, but don't try and curse yourself for it.
Poppy, get away from the computer.
Bye.
Bye.